Time to find out who's got the fastest cars in our house. I'm tired of not knowing. What are you doing, Kai?
Reading.
All right, I got a challenge for you. All right, I've got a 40-gram Quick Trick and a 30-gram Ferrari F50. Let's grab a couple cars and see who's got the fastest in the house. What do you got?
A wind splitter,
All right.
and that's 40 grams and under.
All right.
And
What else did you get
my
there? Oh, over here.
Racing,
All right.
30 grams and under.
All right.
That's tinted into the 35-gram race.
Can I take them? All right, dude. First race of the 30 grammers. Let's go. F50 against your Mustang. What do you got? Oh, one for you. All right, dude. Race 2, 40 grammers. Let's go. Come on, Quick Trick. Hit it, bud. Come on. Ha. All right. It's 1-1, dude. What are we going to do? We keep tying.
Let's go to, we have to settle this with at a different track. So let's go to David's.
You want to go to David's? All right.
Being the car.
All right, let's call him. Let's see if he'll race our cars and figure out who's got the best, since we can't figure it out in our house. Good idea, pal. Let's go.
Hey folks, Dad here with Elevation Diecast Racing, and welcome to the UmiRi Father-Son Challenge, where today we are going to see UmiRi Racing take on Mile High Raceway in a father-son battle. They brought a fleet of cars. They have their campers, and they are loaded in the bracket. What we're looking at here is Jason and Kai from UmiRi Racing, father and son. The cars with the green dot is the father, and the cars with the yellow dot is the son racing. So this bracket is loaded and ready to go. These cars have been waiting to race and hit the track, so without any further ado, let's get to race number 1. UmiRi Racing, good luck on your race day. First up, loaded in the blocks, is a couple of Tomica Panteras. Loaded and ready to go. Let's see what these can do. Tomicas love Mile High, so I'm just as anxious as you are to see them go down the track. Green is Jason and yellow is Kai. Mile High Racing for UmiRi has begun. Woo! 2074 to 76. Dad's up 1. Woo! 2072 to 74. Kai punches back and he'll move on to round number 2. Next up, another pair of Tomicas. Dad in lane 2, Kai in lane 1. EX7 metal based, 41.4 grams. Look at this car. This is spectacular. We'll be driving for Dad over at UmiRi against Kai's Maserati Merrick SS. Very good looking car, 43.5. Let's see if Kai can take him out again. Let's go. Ooh, good race. 2:05.4. Wow, that's very fast for that weight. Dad up 1. Let's go. Good race. And Dad will be moving on to round number 2. Next up, it'll be Kai in the Han Solo and Carbonite, taking on Dad's Opel Senator from the CQ line. Look at that. Ooh! Han Solo had him all the way down the track, and the Opel Senator drove around him at the end. Let's get him switched back up in the lanes. 2:05.5 is the time to beat. Wow, 2:05.4. Han Solo pulls it out. He'll be going to the next round. Next up is Kyle Petty taking on Dad's Torino. Good race. 2070 to 74. Let's switch lanes. 2070, the time to beat. 2064. Kyle Petty moving on to round number 2. Here's another vehicle you don't see every day. It is the Mercedes-Benz wagon, 62.9 grams, driven by Dad. Taking on Kai's T-Rex funny car. Should be a good race. Wow. Funny car gets out. 2052 to 53. Can the Mercedes punch back? Woo! No. So Kai moving on with his T-Rex funny car. Good race. Another car you don't see on the track very often is a Cadillac Alante in the laser wheel. Taking on Kai's Sierra. This should be a really good race. Oh, the Cadillac Alante, 6.8 to 7.9. 2068 is the time to beat. Look at the Cadillac go, 66, moving on to round number 2. Next up, staged and ready, is Kai and his Mitsubishi Evo, taking on Dad's Circuit City Pro Circuit. Wow, good race, 66 to 71. 2066, the time to beat. Wow, 2068, and Dad's moving his Circuit City car on to the next round. Another car you don't see very often, a Tomica Honda Civic. What a spectacular little ride. I am a big fan of Japan and their Tomica line. 35.3 grams. He's going to be put to the test. He's got to face Kai's Green Arrow. Let's see what happens. Look at Tomica go. 2071, but that Arrow, 2058, that is remarkable. Let's switch lanes. 2058 is the time to beat. Oh, 2060, and the Civic is going back to the trailer. So in the first half of the bracket, Kai has 5 of his cars moving on to round number 2, and Dad has 3. Let's head on over to the right side of the bracket. All right, another car we don't see too often on the track is a Siku Ford Sierra, 64.6 grams. But he'll have to take on the First Lady of Diecast. It's Kai's Claire Gunzer. Let's go, Claire. Oh, no. Claire just got put down. Let's go. 2059 is the time to beat. Close race. 2057. Moving the Sierra to the next round. Next up, another car driven by Dad over at UmiRi. 44.7 Saab 9000 from the Siku line. What a sharp ride. White interior, plastic base. Let's see how it rolls. Against Kai's Kenner Turbo Tram. Saab out front. But the turbo, oh, he got him by 10 thousandths. I thought the turbo tram was going to drive around him. Let's get him back up to the top. Saab up by a 10 thousandths of a beat. 2073 is the time. 2068 turbo tram moving on. Wow. Next up, 2 cars we are all familiar with. The Nissan from Siku, driven by Dad, taking on Kai's Soul Air from the Ultra Hots. Look at the Nissan go with the Ultra Hots. 2057 to 61. Let's get them back up to the top. 2057 is the time to beat. Wow. 2058 Solaire moving to round number 2. Next up will be Kai's Matchbox Carter Camaro against Dad's Siku Camaro. Who's got the fastest IROC? Good race. What a race. Kai with a 56. And that is the time to beat. Wow, 55 and a 10 thousandths beat moves Kai and his Carter Camaro to round number 2. Kai's consistency looking to pay dividends here in race number 4 of the second half of this bracket in his Charger, taking on Dad's Mercedes. Another car you don't really see by Siku What a fantastic casting this is. I'm rooting for the Mercedes personally, but, you know, I guess we'll just see it unfold. Yeah. 2055. Oh, my Lanta, son. Let's see it. 2055. 2060 moves Kai to round number 3. Wait, round number 2. That's 4 in a row for a consistent Kai here. Can he make it 5 with his White Whale Mustang taking on a super sharp Mercedes-Benz from Suku? He's even got the hood ornament. I've never seen that car. That is super, super cool. Mercedes! No, 2058 is the time to beat. Wow. Just took off like a shot. And Kai with his 5th car in a row moving to round number 2. Dad bringing the Mercedes-Benz 500 SEC 55.4 grams. Let's go. But he's got to beat Kai's Ghibli. Let's go, Mercedes. Let's go. Oh, he drove around him at the end. Did you see it? 2058 is the time to beat. Oh, my Lanta. 2057. One more time because I don't remember. 2059. Yep, Mercedes moving on to round number 2. Here's a car I haven't seen. 50 grams of Storm from the Marvel series. Let's see if he can take out a bipolar Fairmont. Woo! Fairmont 65-8. 2065. The time to beat. Good race. And Dad moves another one on to round number 2. So, Dad able to save some face here and get the last 2 wins, but it's Kai 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-3 once again, moving into round number 2. All right, here we go with round number 2, staged and ready. It's Kai's Pantera against Dad's Toyota EX7. Wow, EX7 almost gapped him. 2054 to 7-1. 2054 is the time to beat. Oh, my Lanta. 2056 moves the Toyota to round number 3. Which car will Kai drive, taking on that fast Tomica Toyota? Han Solo or Kyle? Looks like it's going to be Han Solo. 2053 to 57. 2053 is the time to beat. Han Solo all day, moving to round number 3. All right, next up is Dad's Cadillac Alante or Kai's T-Rex. Funny car. Should be a great race. Wow, T-Rex pulling it off 56 to 64. Can the Cadillac stretch out a 2056? Nope, it sure can't. And Kai moves his T-Rex to round number 3. All right, let's see if Dad's Circuit City Pro Circuit can take out Kai's Plymouth Arrow. Good race, 58 to 62. Does Circuit City have a 2058 in it? 57. Kai moving to round number 3 with his Plymouth Arrow funny car. Moving over to the right side, it's Dad's Sierra taking on Kai's Turbo Tram. Let's see what happens here. Wow. 2052 to 70. Oh, my Lanta. Dad punching back with a Fury. Turbo Tram keeping up this time, but not able to put out the Ford Sierra. Dad moving himself on to round number 3. So far, Kai has been dominating both sides of the bracket, and it's no different on this side. It's going to be his Carter Camaro and his Solaire. Wow, look at that Camaro go. 2052 to 57. 2054, the time to beat. Uh-oh. 5-2. Solaire puts out the Carter Camaro. All right, Kai, which one do you think's faster, buddy? Is it going to be your Charger or the Mustang? Fast and furious, rolling down the track. What do you think? I'll let you type it in the comments, or have your dad type it in the comments. Which one you think's going to win this race? We'll wait. We can wait. We got time, buddy. Which one? All right, that's your pick? Here we go. Let's see it. Charger. Wow, 5-3 to 6-0. 2053 is the time to beat. Look at the whale. 4-9, let's go! The Mustang pulls it off. Look at him getting faster. Let's see what Dad sends off to the quarters, to the quarter round, to face that Mustang. Will it be his Mercedes or the Fairmont? Wow, Mercedes all day long, 59 to 62. Can the Fairmont take out this spectacular Mercedes? And no, Fairmonts do what Fairmonts do, and that is choke on race day. Unless, of course, you're racing other gold hot ones. Mercedes moving on to the quarters. All right, we have our final 8. Toyota, Han Solo and Carbonite. They're always watching. And T-Rex, funny car, and the Plymouth Arrow. On the other side of the bracket, Dad's Ford Sierra will be taking on Kai's Solaire. Kai's Mustang will be taking on Dad's Mercedes. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to clean off the track and be back with the conclusion of this bracket and some bonus racing. We'll see you in a few. All right, we're back with the father-son showdown. It's Han Solo in Carbonite, driven by Kai. Dad with the Toyota EX7. Round 3 underway. Wow, what a race. 2:05.01 at 10,000 beat by Kai. Can somebody get a sub 2:05 time in this race? Han Solo or the Toyota? Wow, what a race. And Han Solo and Carbonite by a 10,000 beat in the first race is moving on to the semifinal round. And that locks Kai going to the final race. He has sewn it up. It's Kai's Plymouth Arrow against Kai's T-Rex funny car. We're going to see who goes to the semis. It looks like T-Rex. 2:05.3 is the time to beat. 2:05.3 is the time by T-Rex, moving on to the semifinal round. All right, Dad has to win one of these next two races to get into the final or semifinals to have a chance to win this bracket. Woo! The Solaire 53. Dad Sierra needs a 2:05.3 or Kai is moving on with his Solaire. It's looking good. Oh, but he won't do it. Oh, my Lanta. And Kai Solaire moving into the semi-final round. All right, Dad's rolling up in his SEC 500 from Siku, taking on Kai's Mustang. Who's it gonna be? Can Dad pull out a win and get into the semi-finals? His last hope to win this bracket. Oh, he's out in front. Oh, that was a good race. 2:05.3 to 5.9. 2:05.3 is the time to beat. That Mercedes is up. Out in front again, and he will advance with the CQ Mercedes. Let's go. And then there were 4. Han Solo and Carbonite will take on T-Rex funny car, and Kai's Solaire will take on Dad's Mercedes SEC 500. Who is going to the final race? Han Solo. T-Rex drove around him. 2:05.1. Oh my Lanta. 2:05.1, the time to beat upon solo. He's out ahead. T-Rex drove around him again, and T-Rex Funny Car is going to the final race. So now it's Kai who has dominated this bracket on both sides of the board here. Can Dad stop him with his Mercedes? He's got to get through that Solaire. It's going to be a tough race. Let's see how it unfolds. Look at the Mercedes rolling out. He kept ahead of him. He got the whole shot, which is what got him to win the race. So it's 2:05.6. Let's see if the Mercedes can hold him off and get to the finals. He's got the whole shot again. Oh my Lanta. 2:05.1 to 5.9. Oh my. And there you have it. It's Kai's Solaire taking on Kai's T-Rex. First car to win 3 races will be deemed your winner. Kai has won this race. It's just a matter of which car is going to be facing the elevated ranks. Whichever one it is, the funny car class. If he can beat the number 1 in the funny car class, we'll give him a shot at the top tier. If he can beat the number 1 in the 51 to 61 class, we'll give him a shot at the top tier. Good race, 54-7. Solaire up 1 race. And there he goes with his second race, 52-5. And it looks like the Solaire is going to finish him off. Yep. So the Solaire is going to be deemed the winner of this race. We're going to take a look at who is going to be our third place winner for now to take on the second place, Kai's T-Rex Funny Car. Let's see who gets it. Last chance for Dad to get onto the podium. It looks like he's going to do it. 2:05.0 to 5.8. 2:05.0 the time to beat. Close the race this time. 5.9. Let's see if Dad can swipe second. He got the whole shot again. 52-7. And the Mercedes. 50-9. Oh, my Lanta will be third. And there you have it. The final bracket. Kai of UmiRi Racing is your winner with his Solaire. Also, your second place winner with his T-Rex Funny Car, and Dad comes in third with his Siku Mercedes 500 SEC. That was incredibly fun to do. Now, let's get into some bonus racing. We gotta see what's under that tarp. First, we're going to see the 58.5 gram Solaire taking on the number 1 in that weight class, Dad's race team from Elevation in his AMG SEC 500. Good race, 49 and a 10,000 speed. And race 2. Wow, 49 and a 2,000 speed. Look at that. So Kai's Solaire would be number 1 in the 51 to 61 weight class. Congratulations, kiddo. That is not an easy feat. Which brings us to the top tier portion of this race. From the stock box tournament, second place, Haley's Comet takes on the Solaire. Can the Solaire get into the top tier? Haley shutting down the Solaire. 2:05.3 and greater than a 6,000 speed is what that Solaire would need. Haley's not having it. Which brings us to the mystery car. Looks like they're unloading. What is that I hear? It's the stock box tournament winner. It looks like a little grudge match is in the making. Let's get the stock box winner up to the top of the track to face Haley. First and second place of the stock box tournament at the Chase Family Racing. This has been a long-awaited rematch on the drag strip. What an awesome race, too. Totally neck and neck throughout the entire race. And the Datsun Turbo pulls it off. Let's see what happens here on Mile High. Datsun Turbo off, 50-3. Haley would need a 50 and greater than 3,000 speed to keep that Datsun out of the top tier. 52 won't cut it. So the Datsun from UmiRi Racing has cracked the code to the top tier gatekeeper. This is for spot 15. 48 to 9. And 48 and greater than 1,000 feet will be needed, and he won't get it. Let's see if he can beat the time machine for spot number 14. 51 to 5. 51 and greater than 3,000 feet is what the time machine needs. Won't get it. My first of 3 Solairs in the top tier ranking. This will be for spot number 13. Good race. 49 to 51. 2049 and greater than 2,000 is the time to beat. And the Solaire won't get it done. Let's see if we can get past the red Solaire. Oh my Lanta. 46. And greater than 9,000 feet. 51 to 2. For spot number 11, it's Isaiah's Hershey's Funny Car. 52 to 3. I've given my cars no warm-up laps. They are straight off the tower. 49 to 6. Sitting in spot number 10 is Dad's Race Team's Mega Graphics Funny Car. Good race. 52 to 4. 2052 and greater than 2 is the time to beat. And he'll do it. 48 to 53. Wow. Sitting 9th overall in the top tier is Dad's Race Team's Power Bird Funny Car. Good race. 49 to 51. 49 and greater than 2,000 is the time to beat. 49 to 53, and that will be the stopper. So UmiRi Racing would place 10th overall with his Datsun 280 Turbo. Pretty impressive car. Very nice. So as we go up the top tier, UmiRi brought some more on his semi-trailer. We're about to see where the speed lies. But first we're going to take a look at a Tomica Godzilla. Have you ever seen something so cool? This car weighs 67.4 grams. He is a heavyweight. What a cool ride. This is one of Kai's rides. I know that youngster is extremely proud of this little car here. I have never seen this car. It's so neat. Let's give him a run down Mile High and run him against the regs. 2049. Oh my Lanta, that thing is fast. Let's roll him against my number 2 Tiger Wheel Chevelle. Chevelle getting him on the back end. 55 and greater than 3 is the time to beat. Chevelle cooking his goose. Let's see what he does against newly crowned number 4 Andrew Vrooman. Godzilla out front, Vrooman on the back end. Let's see what happens here. Godzilla with the whole shot again. Vrooman with the legs. Sitting at number 9, J.C. Whitney, Fat Bender 40. Whole shot again by Godzilla. And Godzilla will get him. J.C. Whitney needs 58 and greater than 5,000 speed. 57 and greater than 1 is the time Godzilla needs. 54, and that will do it. Let's see how he does against Randy. Good race. 56 to 7. 2056 and greater than 1 is the time to beat Randy with the legs. 2056 and 1. Uh-oh, down to the solo laps. This one goes. First up, the Challenger. 2057. Run number 2. 2063. And sitting number 8, Randy. 2057 is the time to beat. 2064 by Randy. He needs to beat a 2057. 2063 won't get it done. So Godzilla would place 6th overall in the weight rank. So actually he would place 7th overall. As it sits there is a red line that is in the upcoming Redline Rumble. Just when you thought we were done, Kai sent his Zamac Salt Shaker 2095 30.2 grams. Let's see where he sits in that rank. Gatekeeper is Spider Gwen, sitting at number 16. And the Salt Shaker easily putting Gwen away. Let's go to the number 8, Formula Solar. We'll get him to 2089, getting faster. Sitting 4th overall is this Camaro. 2094 to 05. The gap is starting to close in, but not quite. 2090 to 02. All right, sitting in position number 2 is my Salt Shaker. Let's see what happens here. Good race. 88 to 02. 88 to 02. 96 to 02. So number 1 in this weight class for me is going to be this Matchbox Superfast Firebird. Good race. 93 to 7. 93 and greater than 4 is the time to beat. Good race. 95 and 7. So Kai's Formula Solar, or not Formula Solar, but Salt Shaker, would sit number 1 in the 30 gram and under class at Elevation Diecast. And the last car we're going to look at before we get to the 5 heavyweights that's sent in by UmiRi Racing is the Matchbox Turbo Saab in the laser wheel, 50.9 grams. So he's in the 41 to 50 weight class. Really stoked to see this car fly. 2060, very nice. 2060, 2069. Number 1 in this category is my second Kyle Petty. 2064. Run number 2. 2065. Let's race him. All right, Kai from UmiRi Racing with his Saab taking on Dad's race team from Elevation with his Kyle Petty. Good race. Saab 57 to 60. 57 and greater than 3 is the time to beat. 53 to 8. Wow. That puts the Saab at the top of the 41 to 50 weight class. Congratulations. Very well done. Which brings us to the heavyweights. You'll recognize that number, UmiRi Racing, at the Scale Racing Heavyweights in the Siku Ambulance. And this is Kai's Siku Ambulance. They are different. You can see the differences in them. Let's see what they do on the track. Good race. 45 to 44. Dad with a 1,000th advantage. And he takes it by a mile this time. 204.2 to 48. Next up will be Dad's Mercedes tour bus taking on Kai's other ambulance. Let's see where this goes to meet the other ambulance. Kai this time, 46 to 52. And good race. 44 to 47. Kai gets this one. So it looks like father and son will once again face off. These are their 2 fastest ambulances. Who will have the fastest ambulance? And then this belongs to both of them. So the winner of that race, let's get a hot lap on this one. 2048. And then 2045. All right, father and son at it once again. This has been one fun session of racing. I have enjoyed every minute of this. I hope you folks have enjoyed this this edition of Case Challenge and Channel Challenge, whatever you want to call this. This has been real fun. Father and son once again. Who's got the fastest ambulance? What a race! 42 to 44. Dad up by 2. 2042 and greater than 2 is the time to beat. 2044. Dad's gonna get the nod. So who's gonna go on and face the top tier? Is it gonna be Dad or is it gonna be both? Dad and Kai. Let's see who gets down the lane first. What a race. 2040 to 44. 2040 and greater than the 4,000 is the time to beat. Not gonna happen. So how fitting is it to be Elevation Diecast Racing? Fastest vehicle I have in my possession right now is this CQ ambulance. And again, you'll notice the difference. UmiRi Racing and Elevation Diecast Racing. No matter who wins, this has been absolute epic fun for me. I hope you folks enjoyed it. Let's see who is top of the top tier at Elevation Diecast Racing. What a race. 44 and a 10,000 beat. UmiRi up by 10 thousandths. 2042 and 10 thousandths. So let's get some solo runs. First by the Challenger. 2047. 2043. And for Dad's race team and Isaiah's race team, 2045, 2042. Excellent racing. Only a few thousandths, only 1,000ths separates the speed of these two. We're gonna race them again just because. Why not? You have been watching Elevation Diecast Racing, father and son, taking on Mile High from UmiRi Racing / Case Challenge / Channel Challenge, whatever you'd like to call this and label it. Let us know down in the comments what you thought of this production and video and racing. Wow, 41-2. Wow, Dad's race team up. It's actually Dad and Isaiah versus Dad and Kai. 2041 to 42, 43 to 43. Whoo, man. Well, in every race there has to be a winner and there has to be a loser. And I'd say these are both wins right here. This is as close as it gets. And a 1,000ths advantage would be this ambulance over that one. Nevertheless, what an outstanding race. Just outstanding. We're also going to take a look at Isaiah's race team. I believe this ambulance is going to take him because Isaiah can't take out my ambulance, and I don't think he's going to be able to take out UmiRi's ambulance. But, you know, we got to find out, right? Yeah. Ambulance just way too much for Isaiah's funny car, but he sure does keep up. So UmiRi Racing would be second overall in the top tier at Elevation Diecast Racing with their Suku ambulance. All right, that is all we have for you this afternoon. Happy Independence Day and have a great 4th of July weekend. I hope that you folks have enjoyed. Stay tuned. Coming up will be the Redline Rumble. And stay tuned tomorrow, Friday Night Lightning continues, where we're going to take a look at some Johnny Lightning heading down the track, and a special Friday Night Lightning is in the works. So from all of us over here at Elevation Diecast Racing, if your car isn't fast, well, at least it'll look good on the shelf. Have a great weekend. See you.